Love you guys. I'm having so much fun right now. It's unreal. Come on, yeah, throw the fives around. Throw the fives around.
They ate each other to death, bro.
The suburbs were invented post World War II.
Are there Russian suburbs?
There are, but they were exported from America.
Mormons had their own language back in the day, son.
Agenda 41. It's all about that shit. How they're gonna try and push people into tighter and tighter cities.
Look at the bottom.
Oh,
left.
is the mugshot
Pull
live?
it up.
I
Go
think
to
the
Google.
mugshot just got
Go to
released.
Google and.
Welcome back, dog. We're fucking out here. We're
That
here
was
again.
crazy. That
It's
was
about
crazy.
goddamn
We got
time you
stuck
came
out.
back. We're out here fucking making more fucking podcast, dog.
Thanks for tuning in. We're back for another week.
It's us
Don't
again.
say it
Hot
so
topics.
excited next time. We're back for another week. No, we're stoked, dude.
Andy's back.
Andy's back in the house.
Back.
Yeah,
And
dude.
I'm fucking tired as shit. I apologize.
A little bit clogged up. You know, I can hear it in
That's
the
alright.
nose.
I'll wake my ass up.
Yeah, wake up, dog.
Are you doing okay, man? You don't look too good.
I'm fucking tired, bro. I'm working my dang gum ass off.
That's right.
Oh yeah.
No, that is pretty sick. I was gonna say I want to kick it off just because like we're starting to make videos, right? So I found a little inspiration for us. Okay.
Ooh.
Randomly popped up on my recommended. It had like, I mean, less than 100 views. I'm talking this thing has like maybe 20 views. It's the second link down there.
This one?
Yeah. It's this lady. She's been posting videos on YouTube for 15 years. I like scrolled. I like clicked back to like oldest first. 15 years ago, this lady started. She has 20,000 videos on her YouTube. Check this out.
No. That's money, dude.
You see, we have one waver and a holder.
Just hanging in the woods.
Are those mushrooms?
Just some mushrooms.
Dude, I think these two ladies are just tripping balls.
Two lovely
And I'm the
ladies.
photographer who does nothing. They climb around.
Yeah.
And I take the pictures
She
and
takes
sit
the
around.
pictures.
Well, she waves. She's the waver in the
How
camera.
baked? How baked? That's so much
She's
fun.
a very good person, obviously.
A very good person. Just like you.
What a legend.
This is, and yeah, minimize it
You
again.
say
I think it's-
20,000 videos?
Yeah, I think, oh, you're going to have to go back one page. Just go back. Yeah.
You see, we have
Nancy. Yeah, so Nancy, 15K subs. Like, scroll down. How many views does this one have?
Nancy today.
Yeah, 179 views and 20,000 videos. So I just wanted to give us a little encouragement.
Hell yeah, dude.
Shout out Nancy. She's been doing it for years, just for the love of the game.
dude. If we put out 20,000 podcasts, we could have 190 views probably.
Exactly.
What if we put out 20,000 podcasts and no one ever listened to it?
That'd be
Well,
so,
dude,
how many weeks
think about
is
how
that?
old
Like,
she is and when the internet came around. We're starting out, the internet's around, and we're fucking 25. We could easily put out like 150,000 podcasts.
No, what I'm
before
thinking-
we
By the
die.
time
What if
I'm
we-
90, come on.
Fucking,
What if we put
It's more than
so
one a
much
week.
effort into this and it never works out and we all die? And then like, no, and then like 20 years after we're dead, it just gets huge. Someone
Yeah.
finds it and it just
Who
gets
cares?
huge.
No, that's
what happened.
exactly. That's
There's
awesome.
I forget what painter it happened to, but there was
Most
a
of
famous,
them.
famous artist who's just like dirt poor his whole
Van
life.
Gogh.
Someone I forget, and then he died.
Mm-hmm.
It
Van-
exploded after
Yeah,
he died.
Van Gogh only sold one painting while he was alive, and it was to
No
like
way.
his friend.
Crazy.
And then only after he was dead, he was like discovered, and now he's like
Blows
arguably the most recognized like artist in the Western world, at least.
Is that the
And,
Scream?
Yeah,
No,
this-
similar art style. That's a different
Or is it
artist.
Starry Night?
Starry
Starry
Night.
Night.
Yeah, and like all the sunflowers and everything.
I'm
So
pretty
yeah,
sure.
it's usually after you die. Well, not usually, but
Well, no, usually.
same with like Basquiat. Basquiat was
Yeah.
from New York, and yeah,
Yeah.
same thing. After he died, he really.
Bro, Basquiat shit sucks.
It does. I'm not a
well,
fan.
it's
I'm not
it's
a
weird.
fan.
It's definitely weird,
Have
but
you seen
I
Goya?
like it. Goya, I don't think so.
I like their beans.
Look up Goya art.
Goya beans.
Goya
Goya.
beans.
They do good beans. I'll say that.
No, so like the trend of like getting people famous after they die isn't just like a modern thing. So like when like Juice World passed away or
Just hit
Mac
images.
Miller
Oh,
or
yeah.
Tupac,
They
and
sell the
Biggie,
most records
it's
after
like
they
that's
die.
Yeah, think
That-
about. I mean, Tupac and Biggie were like what in their early 20s.
yeah.
Look at
They
some
just
of this
blow
shit,
up.
dude.
That's sick.
Goya, okay. Restrain yourself.
Now you can hear it in the headies.
Oh yeah, dude, that one's right in the ear.
I'm kind of a fan of Jackson Pollock, but I also think he's just a fucking retard.
Well, let me say this: Jackson Pollock, fully a hack, but
Why do they call people
that's
Pollocks?
what an artist
Oh,
is.
from their
Well,
Pollock and Pollock.
That's like a Pole.
Polak.
Like that's
Polak
a
is
Polish
like-
person.
is like
I
calling
think it's
someone
like a
a wop.
little. I was gonna say I think it's a slur, but ultimately,
It's so funny. Dude,
only
have
for
you
them.
seen-
Everybody has
I
their
love
own
slurs,
slurs.
When's the
dude.
last time you guys have seen Gran Torino?
A while
He's
ago.
teaching this
A
little
while
Asian
ago.
kid how to be a man, and he walks into the barber shop, and he's like, "Oh, what's he say?" He's like, "Tom, you fucking Irish prick, how you doing?"
Oh yeah.
He's like, "Walt, you old Polak, I thought you were dead by now." He turns
Yeah.
to the kid, he's like, "Okay, you see how he did that?" He's like, "All right, walk out and try it." And the little Asian kid walks in, he's like, "What's up, you fucking Mick bastard?" He's just like, "Oh!" And he pulls a fucking shotgun on him.
Jeez.
Dude, that's one of the best
That's a
movies
good
of
show.
all time.
Dude,
Clint Eastwood is just how can I be so racist and get away with it?
For real.
yeah, facts.
Just
That's the
starts
story of his
writing.
life for sure. Like that's not just Gran Turismo,
Dude,
But,
today of all days, bro, me and my girlfriend went to this place called Mom's Cafe in
Okay.
fucking Kearns, and it's owned by this really old dude who fought in Nam, and he told me his whole life story again. Like every time I go in there, he tells me everything about
oh,
Nam.
so he works there.
He owns the
Owns the
fucker.
place. Okay.
Yeah, him and his brother own the shit. But so he's sitting there and he's like telling us his story, and he's talking about how gnarly it was because he was a tunnel rat, and apparently he was he would literally sleep in cages with all the dogs that they would send in there after the Viet Cong. They would
Yeah.
just send dogs in the tunnels because if the Americans went in there, they just never come back out. But this guy's sitting there talking to me, and he's like, yeah, man. So he's like, I had to train them to be really, really vicious. And so every time they just ripped a body to shreds, I'd really praise them because, I'd send them in after those, the Vietnamese. I was like, oh.
You're like, oh, buddy.
I was like, damn, this old man censored himself real quick. That's pretty fire.
Yeah.
That is fire.
He had to
He's
flash
worried
back. He's like,
about
I'm not in the war anymore.
Yeah, dude. I was like, just shit. Respect.
I feel like
Yeah.
if you fought a country, you're kind of allowed to be racist against them. Let's be honest.
Not if
well,
you
I don't know. He
lose.
seemed to have
We
some respect.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Got a little humility put in him.
Yeah.
If you lose that war, you lose all the rights, dude.
It's just a war we shouldn't have been in the first place. Fucking France.
Every war.
Good point, but just the fact that France got us into that.
They really
excuse me,
did, didn't
really
they?
grinds my fucking gears.
The
France
French
in
love a
general
fight.
just grinds my fucking gears. I don't like France.
Pussies, dude. Big
Well,
X,
it's because
bro,
we
come on.
beat them to being the superpower after Britain. So of course there's a
Well,
bit
they
of a
were
grudge
powerful.
there. Oh, they were
before
definitely
Britain.
powerful. But
Bro,
like,
they're the people who created Empire or not Empire. What's the fucking called?
Guillotines.
Well,
That
yeah,
too.
yeah, the guillotines.
Riots.
Dude, how
Um,
sick would a public execution be?
Terrible. No, but you want to hear some crazy
Bring
shit?
back public execution.
Did you guys hear about that?
Fuck yeah.
That I think he was 67-year-old man who he was getting evicted of his out of his house in Pittsburgh, like last night or the night before, and he had like a 8-hour standoff with the police.
Did he use a
was that the
flamethrower?
one where there was like a couple hundred rounds fired or something?
There was so many rounds fired because
crazy.
he had lived there his whole life, I'm pretty sure. And they came to evict him, and they had already thought that it was going to be like a big deal. So they brought 7 eviction police, and he just hunkered down
I'd probably fire off a couple
You know,
hundred
man,
and
rounds.
fought until he died, of course.
I would certainly fire
And
off
no
a
one
couple
else
hundred
got
rounds.
injured, but they were going for
Oh, really?
all day. It was just like
Hell yeah, dude.
That's like Fallujah, dude.
What
like
was his name, dude?
hours.
His name
No,
was.
Robert Paulson.
This is when you start looking something up.
Robert
Shut up,
Paulson.
man.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's-
dude, I'm
good
pretty sure
point.
His name
Good
is
point, though.
actually Robert Paulson.
Say Pittsburgh standoff.
I mean, it isn't Philly, not like Philly, but like Pennsylvania, the like major cities in there. So Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, they go crazy.
Dude, if I could live in a major city, I think it would be Philly. Fuck New York, I'd go to Philly.
Okay,
Anyway, dude,
like-
the
75
French.
Pittsburgh officers leave. Holy shit, 75. One guy. That's badass. To hold down your home. It's actually pretty sad. His son like called him and was like, "Dad, please surrender. Please surrender.
Dude, I'd make a
Please
good
surrender."
hostage negotiator.
You think
Yo,
so?
we gotta find this guy's name.
I would like to roleplay that in a second. Then I think it's a
Yeah,
lot of
that
fun.
could
dude.
be-
William.
His name was William Hardison. His name was William
Bill.
Hardison.
Bill.
Senior.
His name was William Hardison,
Senior. Yeah.
Senior.
Bill Hardy
for
Sr.
6.5 hours, dude. He defended his home.
Yeah.
I feel like
They
that's
should have got the FBI in there to get him out.
Common,
You know?
man.
Fuck 12. Hell yeah, that's it.
If they would have got the FBI, one shot fired.
Yeah,
Right?
that's a.
I think.
Nah,
dude,
dude, they would.
I really do think that's gonna
You would think
start
there was one
becoming
shot
a lot more
fired, and
common.
There'd be someone in the building far away who actually fired 2 shots.
At least.
Yeah, I can't imagine being 64 and getting evicted and after living. Like, let's say I live
No.
in this house my whole life, and then
No.
I'm 64. There's not a chance I'm getting evicted.
Yeah.
Well, dude, you could literally own a home your whole fucking life and then like
Lose
run
it
out
to
of money.
property tax.
The
And
bank will
yeah,
just
property
take it
taxes,
from
bro.
you.
Yeah.
Someone just
Oh,
auctions it
that
off,
shit
and
boils
someone
my
Somebody just
blood,
buys.
dude.
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm ready to start letting off a couple hundred rounds, dude.
I mean,
No.
if
His
you-
name
if
was
you're that
McCoy
old-
Curtis. His name was McCoy Curtis.
Yeah. I mean, if you're
Not
if
really
you're-
FBI.
Not really, but if you're that old and yeah, like, it's kind of, what else are you gonna do? What else are you gonna do? You're just gonna be homeless and die in a week when it gets cold?
Yeah.
No,
Bro.
I'll die today.
Yeah.
See you later.
Bro. Hey, have a heart, government. Have a heart.
Have a heart. That's really what it comes down to, isn't
Just
it?
let a man
You
live.
know? Yeah.
I mean, the Boston Tea Party worked, and
Mhm.
we've never tried to do it again.
Well, we did once.
What? All we
January
we'd have to
6th.
withhold taxes
I mean,
or
yeah,
something?
January
they-
6th. We tried it again.
Dude, someone I know.
Just not as successfully.
Someone
That's
I
up for
know-
taxes, though. I mean, like
it was for nothing. That was for boredom.
So
is what that was
someone,
for.
someone I know just got back from a trip to Europe, and I'll tell you guys who after.
I know.
And he and his buddies were in some small fucking town in like Portugal or something. They just got shit faced. Ended up getting in a huge fight and just absolutely got their shit handed to them.
Nice.
Damn, just like outside a bar or something.
That's
in
awesome.
some small ass town. I was just like, oh, the dumb American tourists, bro.
Yeah. Well, that reason exactly is why like Amsterdam had such a big crackdown on like British young dudes coming over.
Is that?
They were like, we're sick of you getting drunk and getting violent and getting handsy with the ladies in the red light district. All right. So
Oh
like,
I could
it
see
was
that.
it was a big push. They're like, quit coming here just to get fucked up. Like
Yeah.
it's not cool. We live here. Like it's not just Las
I
Vegas.
feel like,
You know.
dude, living there would feel like a fucking cartoon.
Oh, it'd be so
That'd be
nice. Can
weird.
you imagine?
That's where James' grandparents are from.
Amsterdam specifically.
Wait,
Yeah.
does that make you?
Wow.
The Netherlands,
Dutch.
but yeah.
The Netherlands?
Amsterdam.
Yeah, oh,
Amsterdam.
God.
That
yeah.
makes you Dutch, right?
I
Yes,
believe so.
Yeah.
That's like that area right there is like the
So
blueprint
fucking-
for like the 15-minute cities that we want to have. How fucking beautiful are those cities, dude?
Fuck.
Truthfully.
What the
Fuck
fuck is
a
a
15-minute
15-minute
city,
city?
bro.
I know. I knew it would bring up some
What is a
emotions.
15-minute
Perfect, dude.
A 15-minute city is
Perfect.
basically having everything that you need, like your job, the grocery store, close enough that you can either bike, walk, or take like public transportation to get to it. And so it's like
It's the WEF's
So it's
wet
Daybreak.
dream.
It's Daybreak.
no, Daybreak's
No,
the opposite.
Daybreak's
of
too
that.
big.
Because
It's
just
like-
a big
You
suburb.
want-
They're
Is
building
it
one
is it
smaller-
the is
you
it the
want
point in
more
the mountain?
No,
compact
like
Yeah.
Amsterdam.
Yeah,
Think
they're
of
building one
Amsterdam.
in Draper
They're
right
building
now.
one in
Jesus
Draper.
It's gonna be
Christ,
nice.
fuck
It's gonna be
that.
so nice.
No,
No,
you-
the more
Utah-
people you pack into an
It's gonna be
area,
so nice.
the shittier everything is. People are not meant to live like that.
But
Only-
but
no,
that's the
that's
thing
not
is there's
true.
not going to be any freedom anymore either.
That's-
So everybody's going to live perfectly because they're all fucking tracked by everything. And
That's
so
fair.
if they start behaving shittily,
Yeah.
then they get fucking socially deducted on their
Yeah.
credit
But I-
scores.
And that's valid points, right? In one scenario, but the other one, when we were just talking about Amsterdam and like the Netherlands, I thought it was pretty nice, right? You said it was pretty nice. When they say 15-minute
I
city,
didn't say that.
oh, so not a fan of the Netherlands.
I bet it used to be chill, dude. I do. I do.
That's valid. That's
Right?
valid.
I mean, the red light district, bro, like all that shit illegal, you know, like.
Well, but it's kind of just like a lot of European cities in general, you know,
Are
where
you
it's
like
just
Spain
Fuck Europe.
Well,
and
Europe
shit.
fucking
yeah.
sucks.
Well, because if you think about it's like mixed usage housing where you have little corner shops right on the first story,
Yeah, I hate
and then you
that
have
idea.
houses above. But
Like
even,
New York?
even outside,
That's
like bodegas, but not as
dumb.
tall. But even outside of that, you can also just have like mixed use zoning where there would just be like corner stores even just in the neighborhood. Think about
more,
that.
no,
If you
no,
had
no,
like
I want-
if you had like a a gasless gas station, a little bodega on the corner in your neighborhood,
That's
how nice
the
would
worst
that
thing
be?
in the world. They
Can't
why
stand
the
it.
fuck? Oh my god. Because I
Can't
need
stand
to
gas.
walk
I'm
over
flying
and
down
get
the road and I
groceries?
need some goddamn. Oh, here's a 7-Eleven. Psych.
Oh, is my
Yeah, but
life
you could
that
walk
to-
fucking
like,
make
pointless
it
that I
in.
And
really
what, buy a
need
bag
something
of fucking
that
shit?
easy?
I was gonna say comparatively to like what?
What do you
know
mean?
what I'm saying?
I had a gas
Compared
station
to,
right
like,
down the
here.
street.
Compared to
growing up.
like a house and like
a
Yeah, so
fridge.
say-
I
yeah.
I'd prefer a house and some land.
Yeah.
Then,
now
like-
we're talking.
Well, but if you think about it, small town America, it's kind of like that's basically a 15-minute city, just more
listen,
spread
though.
out. If that makes sense.
Pre-World
Yeah.
Wars.
It's
pre-World
mixed use,
Wars, families all had compounds.
Getting more compact.
Families all had compounds.
But I am hyped for the Point of the Mountain. I
Yeah.
definitely was talking about it and saying like that'd be a cool city to live in, because allegedly you should be able to just walk out your front door, get to where you need to go, get back, you get some exercise, and
You're healthier.
everyone around you's walking around. They're not all sedentary and they're not all in a bad mood, not wanting to talk. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Dave's
People-
the one guy with an e-bike.
Yeah.
There's so
A
many
one
people
wheel?
with e-bikes.
No, everybody
nowadays.
would have an e-bike.
How many
That's the
people have
thing.
you seen riding an e-bike? People love them. People
Every single
love
fucking
the
time I
UTA.
take a ride, dude. People are just cruising on electricity.
Yeah, dude.
bro.
I was just talking to this guy who
Hate it.
moved here from New York, and the one thing he was hyped about Utah was we have a public transit system that works, and he doesn't have to drive.
I don't want somebody from New York to be hyped
What?
about anything that's happening.
He doesn't.
Exactly.
Well, he does. He's
But
not used to
Utah-
driving.
But
But
you know
Utah
what I'm saying?
objectively has a much worse public transit system than New York.
Utah sucks.
gives a
Don't
But
move
no,
here.
Every
it's
city
not.
in
It's
Utah
not
is set up
bad.
perfectly.
Don't move here.
Everything is just far enough away where you have to drive and you can't walk to it.
Yeah. Oh God, that sucks. I hate
it's
it, dude.
It's beautiful.
I like driving.
I like driving. I don't like having to drive. I don't like not having another
David,
option.
I like-
fucking
you know,
I will say I like
What?
getting
Oh,
drunk
because
more
I'm
than I
not
like
just-
driving. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
Well,
You-
and
you
if
have
didn't
another
have to drive
option.
as much. What?
There's,
Take the bus?
you could walk to the right across the street. You have the district.
No, for sure. I live in a fortunate spot. But if you think about someone in the middle of Daybreak or in the middle of any of the other, like,
But I mean,
on the other
it's-
side
it's-
of 118,
It's not
you know?
10, 15 minute
How do you
walk
guys
to any
feel-
gas station.
How do you
around
guys
here.
feel about
yeah, it's not. Exactly.
everybody?
It's a
gets-
15-minute walk to just about any gas. I could walk 15 minutes, get anything I need.
Except for pussy.
Not according to some ads I've been seeing.
Oh, it's getting a lot of those targeted ads.
You know what I mean?
Hey,
Yeah.
big boy. And it always, oh, dude.
Let's not remind me how lonely I am.
Hey, me
guys.
too, brother. It's alright.
Damn.
I did just recently watch this TV show called Unknown Bones, though. Have you seen it?
Sounds like me in the
Sick.
morning.
It's sick.
Dude, it's sick. Will you pull it up, please? It's like the first ever
Yeah, the oldest ever documented case.
Boner.
oldest ever documented case of a boner.
No way. Yeah.
No.
Can you imagine that?
Opening some fucking ancient Hebrew text.
A
Yeah.
burial. It's the oldest ever documented history of burial. And what the Homo naledi
Mm-hmm.
was the...
Gay.
So we're Homo sapiens.
Yeah.
They were another
Speak
type
for
of...
yourself, bro.
You might be a naledi, let me tell you.
He's a bit of a Neanderthal for sure, dude.
But they had this cave. I don't even remember where it was. Do you, Damon?
I'm not 100% sure. I think it's in Asia, or no, I think it's actually maybe in South Africa.
It's in South
I
Africa.
think it's South Africa.
And
Yeah.
it was
It
like
said South Africa.
it's meters down, and
Don't say meters. Don't say meters.
No, it's deep in a cave.
it's
Don't say
deep
meters.
in a goddamn cave,
It's a bunch of fucking feet down.
and you have to like squish and like-
Yards.
Inches.
Oh, dude.
but they would take their dead and they
Mhm.
would take them down to this cave, and they would have the first ever burial ceremony.
Oh, dude, they were fucking feeding them to the Nephilim.
You could make that point. We don't know necessarily what their like spirituality
What their
was
motive behind it was. but
outside
it's-
of just like wanting to protect the body. You know
You
what I'm
guys heard
saying?
about-
Because it's very hard to access the point in the cave.
Have you heard about the fucking Indian tribe that lived in the Grand Canyon?
Yeah.
It's kind of
Is that the
alternate
Anasazi?
history stuff. Well, people think
I thought there was
was
definitely
the
people.
like after the Anasazis disappeared, because people don't know what the fuck happened to the Anasazis. Literally
They
just
cannibalized
disappeared.
themselves, bro. They ate themselves to death.
Give a little bit of the story. I'm not familiar with the story, maybe as much as you are.
They couldn't find any. So normally, like a society, either all of them have died off at some point, or they're still around, right? Or they got occupied or conquered by someone, and they turned into that. But the Anasazis, there was never any signs of. They didn't find any. Excuse me. Any evidence, essentially, of them leaving or any mass die-offs or anything like that. They feel like they just kind of up and disappeared. The Anasazi.
Yeah, I was going to say, it says,
They
seems to have
probably-
originated with environmental catastrophes, which may have given birth to violence and, warfare. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
No,
That
no,
is crazy.
No,
I mean,
the Smithsonian, anything they say is
Oh,
fucking
fuck the Smithsonian.
bullshit, son.
Well, I'm just curious then, so what is your counter argument to that?
They fucking
I don't know.
they
God
ate
loved them a lot
each
and
other to
translated
death.
them up to heaven.
Oh, hell, they just got,
Or-
like, twinkled, right? Honestly, that'd be sick.
No
Can you
chance.
imagine?
No chance. They
No,
cannibalized
they're a
each
bunch
other,
of
bro.
Dirty goddamn savages. They definitely.
They ate each other to death.
Probably. What do I actually think happened to them? Let me think.
I think
Well, we
they
don't
ate
even know
each
the
other,
story.
bro.
That's not all you said was we don't know.
If-
I'm just curious, like what is the story? You know what I'm saying? Like
I have
so
the
we don't
best
know.
fucking idea, dude.
Let me hear.
What?
They ate each other to death, bro. They ran out of food. I bet all their shit fucking dried up. That's down in the fucking desert. They had no
Right.
way of growing food.
Have
no
you
way
seen
of.
the houses they lived in?
Yeah, and they
Sign
fucking
the
lived in there
goddamn
for a
cliffs.
long ass time, and then all of a sudden the river dried up, and they started eating each other, and then they died.
Like the Colorado River,
Does that go
the
through
Grand Canyon? Yeah, it's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Colorado River.
Yeah,
The Colorado River was dry in the 12th century. Is that what I'm being led to believe?
yeah,
What just
yeah.
happened
Before
with the
before
camera?
all the real.
I guess that was like
Shiloh.
that would be around the time of the last big drought because they were
Did the
saying that
camera
like
shut off?
the drought we had the last couple of years was the worst in like 1,000 years, which
Bingo.
would line up roughly with that timeline.
They ate each other to death, bro.
Some
I
people
fucking
do.
solved it, dog.
That's what the Utahns did on their way here, baby. Donner party.
Fucking,
You
and
know?
they were in
We
the
got
mountains.
hungry.
They had water, bro. They
Yeah,
could
they
have grown
did.
something.
All
But
they
they were
did-
like, I'll eat my child's brain real quick.
I'll do it.
Fucking
Just-
hungry.
Did you know Utah? We used to have our own banking system.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
The
yeah,
Bank of Utah.
yeah. It's
Dude,
not surprising.
Mormons had their own language back in the day, son.
Yeah, dog.
That shit is crazy,
Yeah.
dog.
Well, what do
straight
you mean
up.
by that?
A literal language, a full entire language. They had all
Well,
written
who-
out.
who
Google that
did?
shit.
Who
Mormon
did?
language.
Who
It
spoke
was.
it? It was like
back in the
was
day,
it like
dude.
what their ceremonial?
It was
type
more
language?
writing. It was writing. It was like a way of
Oh, some
deciphering
code or
each other's.
something?
I guess. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
Deseret alphabet. Yeah, dude.
I guess it kind of makes sense because like they were so oppressed back east, you know.
I think it was once they got here. They didn't really make
Oh,
it a
really?
full thing until they got
This
here.
is just
I'm
a
pretty
Utah
sure.
original, huh? Just like
I'm pretty sure. 1854. When did Utah?
oh, that
get
would have been
founded?
here. That would have been here
Yeah.
then. Yeah, I think they got here in like the
Parent
40s.
systems, Egyptian hieroglyphs.
Yeah.
Bruh, dude, these fucking
So now you're getting
Masonic
into the- now you're
motherfuckers,
getting
bro.
into the artifacts they found in the
Yeah,
Grand
oh,
Canyon
man.
that connected to a fucking
Oh yeah,
Israeli tradition.
History
Have you seen
podcast
that
right
shit?
here, son.
that's right.
That shit's crazy.
Well, pull that up because I want to say that I've heard that amongst outlier imaginative people.
just say it.
But like,
Just
I
say
would
it.
just love to. I'd love
At
to
least give
look
us
more
the
into it.
dignity
You
and
know.
say it.
Well, just nut wax. You know what I'm saying?
No, goddamn. CTs, come on.
What do you want me to pull up?
Look up Grand Canyon artifact Israel. Right? You said it was a
That's a good.
a Hebrew heritage
Yeah.
artifact. So look up like Hebrew artifact. You know.
Yeah, well, this you're using Google.
Or Egyptian, because I know that they found. Yeah, here we go. Let's see.
Jewel, dude.
The Grand Canyon's Egyptian artifacts. Just do that top. People also asked. No worries.
This is sick right here.
It's working out. I swear to God.
Just wait till I.
Oh,
That's fun to do.
2000, a representative for the Smithsonian.
Oh,
Some other
the
thing.
Smithsonian, huh?
Oh,
it's a hoax, huh?
Interesting.
Yeah, a different one.
Because
You
of
know
the
what I mean?
Smithsonian. Oh,
David, you using the
oh.
Smithsonian to prove a point is like me trying to prove God to you by using the Bible.
No, the Smithsonian is the CIA of American history. That's for
And?
sure. But you know, well, I was just
Well,
reading
who's-
out the
who's-
top line.
Whose
you know?
history do you listen to? Russia's? The one that just crashed into the moon?
Alex Jones.
No, I'm just kidding.
I thought it was
Alex
India that
Jones is a
crashed.
goddamn
No, India
shill.
It was a
landed.
Russian one that crashed.
Actually,
Russia
have you guys been listening to Jones?
No, I
Bro.
don't
How
they
listen
gonna
to
bring back
Jones.
his
I have a
spinning?
life.
Jones has been spinning, dog.
I
And I
actually
don't listen to him.
I'm
back.
interested
Of course.
in music
I was gonna
and hard work and dedication, and that's like the antithesis of
And you-
anyone motivated.
And you can't wait for 15-minute cities, huh?
No, I love the life I got.
I love
Read
the
Glenn
thrill
Beck's
of,
book, Agenda 41. It's all about that shit. How they're gonna try and push people into tighter and tighter cities. Slowly start stripping freedom.
Yeah, there might be some truth to it, but it's not because it's for a nefarious intent.
All
It's
I'm
because
saying
It's just greed.
some
It's just
people,
greed.
All I'm saying is, if shit went down,
Yeah,
like
you're
say
right.
an earthquake,
some people might actually like it. So maybe someone who can't afford a house.
Well, but they can
would
already
wanna
live
move
there.
out.
People
Is
can
the
already
camera
live in
still
high
going?
density areas. Oh yeah, we're beautiful right now.
How affordable do you think these 15-minute cities are gonna be?
More
Not
affordable than
well,
a home.
Here's the thing. They'll,
You're not gonna have a
Than a
job.
home
dog.
and a
well,
property.
here's the thing.
Well,
It'll never happen. This
they'll
is
do
the United
something.
States of America. For one thing, it's never going to happen. It's like all of the Saudi glamour projects that are being proposed right
They're
now.
building
They're
that
not going
dang-gum line,
Oh
boy.
well, they have
They're
trucks.
building that dang gun line.
Well, they have dump trucks in the desert, so maybe in a million years. But like
on the backs of slavery.
Actually, dump trucks in the desert is playing at the complex this weekend. If you want to,
Dude, I have
Indians
tickets.
landed on
Yeah,
the
we go.
moon.
they did.
That's
did.
crazy, and Russia
Yeah.
crashed into it.
I thought they had two chances. I thought they had a backup thing they were going to do.
I don't know. All I know is look it up. Russia crashed into the moon, and then India landed on it.
On the moon.
they put people on it.
They landed on the moon.
I think India put people on
India
the moon.
put. Oh my God! I am the first Indian man on the moon.
Yeah, imagine.
One small
The first
step
thing- no, no,
for
the
mankind.
The first thing he does,
One
dude,
large
he-
leap.
One large leap for a
the
baby.
video
He
of the
pulls out
landing
his computer, dude. The first thing he does, pulls out his computer. He's typing in some codes. Gets a little funny headphone. Hello, ma'am. I am calling you today about your car insurance warranty.
No, it is pretty sick though.
No,
I mean,
it's tight.
They join not a very long list of countries that have landed craft on the moon. I think it's the United States.
4.
Is it four? The
Supposedly.
United States, China,
It's 4.
Japan, well, Russia, and then them. So it would have to be more than that.
No.
Russia just
Maybe
crashed
I
into
don't know.
it.
Maybe Japan has not landed on the moon, but I thought.
Why has no
they
one put
had.
a man on the moon?
Japan's
is what
been
I'm
making fucking.
There's no real reason to.
Walkmans for the last 80
Truthfully.
years.
wondering.
It's
So why
not-
do people still climb Mount Everest?
Well, for one thing, you have to realize that climbing Mount Everest is a privatized event, right? So it's your
So
money.
is space.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
it's marginally privatized.
to disagree with you.
What
Yeah.
do you mean?
No, it
Everest
is
is
very
more
recently-
privatized than space.
No,
Going to
space has
space.
recently become privatized with Elon Musk. But before Elon Musk was putting rockets into orbit, the only other organizations that had done so were government
Yeah, but the
organizations.
money
Does
behind
that
space.
You know
not
what
mean
I'm saying?
privatized?
The money behind
No,
the
no.
space.
Privatized is private money. So like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Well,
You think
private,
it's cheap
private,
to build
like
a rocket?
government.
No, that's what I'm
The
saying.
government's
There's
not
way
private.
more
They're the
money in
definition of
privatized
public.
space.
So the government is a public entity, whereas like a
I
I
com-
think
how-
I don't
I
think
see,
it's
I see.
illegal in
Yeah, yeah, I
America.
get it,
If
yeah.
anyone, if you have the
No one gets the rights to the fucking moon.
if I built a rocket
the moon
right
can't be
now,
owned.
I could
Except for
definitely go to
USA, because we
space.
put a fucking flag on that bitch.
Suck our dick.
Supposedly,
That's the
son.
back row champ, baby.
if
We
I-
supposedly put a flag
Suck
on
our
that shit,
dick,
dog.
England.
Sorry.
If I had the resources to build a rocket right now, no one would stop me from going to space. It's just
True.
I
There are-
don't
there
have
are
the
small
knowledge. I don't
companies.
have the resources.
Yeah, there are small companies
yeah,
that
me
launch
too.
small rockets.
Yeah, so that's
All I'm
why
saying
it's a
is how
private.
much
It
money-
appears to be privatized.
What's a
but
reasonable
it's like,
amount
no,
of money
it's not
that a
realistic
billionaire
that
would pay to go to the
anyone
moon?
would actually go
Elon
to the
Musk
moon
could go to the moon if he
without
wanted
a private
to,
company.
but
Why hasn't he
right?
done it?
because he's a loser and he has no balls. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to be.
And Jeff Bezos hasn't.
Elon Musk is
No other
never going to ride a
country's done
rocket.
it.
You know what I'm saying? But there's no reason because like the reason that they've invented all these rockets is so that they can make the money from the government.
Right.
Because NASA put out
But for
you know,
something that we did in the 1960s, how much better has our technology gotten?
a lot better.
Though it seems we're not able to recreate these things.
No, we're able to. It's just that it's incredibly expensive and there's no benefit to be gained. So the reason we went there in the first place was for clout, right? But now there's no clout in going to the moon. Oh, like, yeah, you can land there. And
Unless you're India, dog.
They couldn't make a base.
They need that clout.
Make a base on
making
the
a
moon.
base on the moon.
Use
would be
that as
sick.
a launching point for other parts of space.
And that's what the Artemis initiative is trying to do.
It's
That's
going
what the
going
Artemis
to
mission wants to
going
do.
to outer space right now
taxes.
would be like going into a porta potty and then sitting in it for a weekend.
I literally
Yeah.
sat in a porta potty 3 days ago for like 30 minutes.
You went to space.
That's because you ate cheese, dude.
Dude,
It's the same thing.
Yeah, we're not talking about the porta potty,
listen.
but
You can rent these. You can rent.
Space is just a giant portable.
No, it is. That's because you need to go
well,
to the
you're trapped
bathroom.
yeah.
And so how you're gonna go up there with your toilet? It's not gonna be big. You're gonna shit and look out and go, "I wish I was home." You're gonna look back at Earth and go, "I hope I make it back down."
Earth is so small.
Fuck.
They're the people who fucking created orgies, dog. And
Really?
I don't fuck with that, man.
Well, I thought that
no,
Greece.
I think
Orgies
people
are-
in Greece
yeah.
had orgies.
Orgies are
orgies are old as hell.
Orgies are old as
And we
water.
fuck with that.
Yeah.
Orgies are as old
We
as
like
water.
orgies.
I would not like an orgy.
Do
I
you
would
not like
feel-
orgies? You would
Nah,
never have an
dude.
orgy?
No, I like the
Imagine-
idea of a
imagine
man
if you
and
were
a
just
woman
plowing
in holy
some chick around
matrimony.
Hundreds of other people, and some guy just walks by and grabs your ass. Goes, "Good job."
Hell yeah, I'm gonna go harder. You wouldn't like that? How insecure?
Jesus Christ!
How insecure?
I'd lose my boner so quick.
I would be dapping everyone up in here.
Honestly, I'd be throwing daps.
I'd be hyping everyone up. I'd be like, big dog in the house.
I don't know if I would say big dog at an orgy necessarily.
100%.
Big dog.
And you're slapping everyone's ass.
That's true. I guess if he's the homie, you know.
No, you walk in there, you look at the biggest guy in the eyes, and you slap him on the ass. You say, "Good game."
Look him right in the eye and slap him
You
up.
say, "I hope I see you in there."
Well, you're at that point you're propositioning. You know,
100%.
you just invited him into your bum.
Well, no.
Yeah, you did. Hope I
No.
see you in there.
Yeah, but
You definitely.
it's like an alley-oopin', you know?
Damon just said, at that point you're propositioning, and then Dave goes, 100%.
100%.
Someone's gonna fucking ET your bunghole.
That'd be so scary.
Dude, hidden leaf, 1,000 years of
Have you
pain.
guys ever had a girl fucking go for it?
I would definitely get my butthole licked for an air fryer. Come on, dude.
By the biggest guy at the orgy.
My
Yeah.
brother has a bidet with heated water.
Oh wow.
Better, for sure.
Mm-hmm. How nice.
I don't want to go into it too much.
But yeah.
I don't want to get too specific, but that shit is fucking
Yeah.
nice.
You feel so clean.
You feel so clean. Dude, after you get up, your cheeks are fucking squeaky clean.
Mm-hmm.
It's
You're like,
the
I'll
best.
never shower again.
I just had an image of having it fully cranked and someone's just getting a
Oh,
straight
like
to the
squatted
face.
over it. Just- yeah.
Yeah, that's them in those 15-minute cities because warm water.
Warm water, dude.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Oh,
That's
dude,
what the
imagine-
WEF wants, bro.
Imagine shit hitting the fan in a 15-minute city, like a massive earthquake, dude. People are gonna be losing their shit.
No,
Where's-
I see. I see.
What's
I
the
look
difference
at,
between
I
a
have
bath? What happens if, like,
I
the
see
difference
it more
between that
support.
and here?
If you're in a 15-minute city, you have instantly 100 people
Okay,
who are
let me-
helping each other.
Let me paint a picture.
If you're at your house, you're alone.
Let me paint a picture. For
That's what I see. And no, you're not a good painter. You're no
his
Van
daughter,
Gogh.
his daughter's leg is broken, and he's freaking out trying to find help.
Sorry.
He can't find his brother's. He's blind. He
His-
got some
Okay.
fucking.
His
asbestos
ass
in
just
his
got
eyes.
licked.
Okay.
It would be chaos.
All
It'd be
right.
chaos regardless, but continue.
Exactly. So
But that
I
and
would
how
much
is it
rather
different
live
here? How
where
is
my-
it different
Yeah.
here?
Well, here's like in between my ideal. My ideal would be my nearest neighbor's
Prepared
7
for
minutes
something
down
like
the road
this.
by dirt bike.
Yeah, of course. Everybody wants to be an
I think-
off-grid. Everybody
Not
wants
even
to live
off grid.
off-grid.
Not even off grid.
That's, you know.
No.
Compounds.
Most people
Compounds.
want a 15 minutes.
Speaking of compounds, pull up my first link when you have the time.
I think
continue.
everyone should either be on homey compounds or family compounds.
Hmm.
Thomas Jefferson literally said,
Thomas
"The only way
Jefferson.
American work
Mm,
is if everyone's homesteading pretty much."
yeah, and Thomas Jefferson homesteaded with slaves. So pretty good business model.
It's So what you're saying is...
Yeah, another name for that is another name is a plantation. But
No, they're just unpaid interns.
Yeah.
Just unpaid interns.
Yeah, but so this guy...
Interns
he
are
had a
unpaid,
compound.
dude. They're
This
just
guy had a
interns.
compound, and honestly, pretty wild. All right?
What? Break it down for us, Damon. I'm not reading.
Long story short, I don't know the name of the group, but he is basically this businessman. He had some sort of business, and then he sold it for, I think it was like $40 or $50 million, right? And then he basically started an Andrew Tate style group where it was like the War Room, right? And so he makes.
I've heard of the War
so yeah,
Room,
right
dude.
here,
I've always wanted
Warlord
an
at the head
invite.
of.
Tate?
Yeah, let's see. Society for American Civic Renewal, right? So SACR, right? SACKR, right? So it's basically just a little group.
Sacker, dude. That sounds like
I didn't name it, you know?
when you tap your homie.
A
Yeah,
sacker,
Sacker.
dude? Yeah, dude.
It's pronounced Sakur.
Yeah, it's French.
Secure, dog.
Secretary.
But yeah, so right here, so he had basically one main compound that he was like, he put out like all kinds of like documentation stuff where he's like, with 15 good men, I can hold off a force, you know, up like. The only thing that could breach my compound is like the full force of a nation's armies. You know what I'm saying? He's like, so he made a compound in like, I think it's northern Idaho. I'm not 100% sure. And then he had branches in like a couple of different states. I think it says he had one in like Dallas. Right there, scroll up just one. So yeah, he had one.
Man.
Yeah, so he had 3 lodges, right? One in Boise, one in Coeur d'Alene, head of the white supremacists in America, and then another in Dallas.
Wait. What did you just slip in there?
The Aryan Brotherhood is headquartered in Coeur d'Alene.
Well, you know, Hitler wiped his ass with toilet paper. I wiped my ass with toilet paper.
People wipe. But so he basically had, you know, a group of people that he was like trying to juice up and get to come live on his compound for when shit hits the fan.
When
was
was
like,
this?
He's like, I have like, you know, 40 million, just barely. This just barely came out. So it's like he was actively recruiting people to come start living on the compound, homestead style.
My algorithm.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at the bottom left.
So
Right. Look at the bottom.
Oh,
left.
is the mugshot
Pull it up.
I
Go
think
to
the
Google.
mugshot just
Go
got
to
released.
Google and
That's the bottom right, dog.
That is the bottom right.
nah, bottom left.
I hear you though.
Because
David.
I don't fuck with the right.
I'm always fascinated by characters like this.
Yeah.
It's always very interesting to me.
Respect.
Because I think somewhere deep down, even in myself, I kind of have those like evil white people genes where sometimes I'm like, imagine if I just like had so many people like.
I think
just
you have
give
it too,
their
dude.
all to
I was
me.
gonna say, not that deep
I'm
down.
not kidding. I'll be
Not
very
that deep
honest
down.
with you. I'll be very honest.
Oh,
That is not.
Is that his
that's
mugshot?
That's
No.
it.
Oh,
That
no
is
way.
not
Is it?
Pull up the one on
Pull-
the left.
Hey,
the
hold on.
bigger
Is
one.
it streaming?
There's no
Shut
way
up.
that's his
That's
mugshot.
hard, dude.
Is it on the right?
Dude, he looks like
right
a
view?
super villain.
He looks like a goddamn
like a
super villain.
Look at those
Lex
eyebrows,
Luthor,
dude.
dude.
He did that on
What?
purpose,
That
bro.
was 24 minutes.
Did,
Yeah,
hey, did
hella
he do
on
the
purpose,
web
bro.
view?
That's
No, he was trying. He was
crazy.
trying to do the blue steel.
Man, look at this goddamn.
He was trying to do the
No,
blue
dude,
steel,
look.
dude.
That picture has the Kim Jong Un background. There's literally planes flying.
But his
in
lips
the
don't
background,
work.
Straight Kim Jong Un.
Nuts, dude.
That is unreal.
Oh,
He's
it's
trying-
flooded, dude.
Dude.
It might be real.
He thinks he's the Rock
that's
doing
real,
the
dude.
smolder, dude.
That's not
You know?
real.
That's Jeffrey Epstein. That's Jeffrey Epstein's mugshot. With
That is
Trump's
AI.
mug on it. That's
Wow.
So funny.
Go back to his real one. That's an evil supervillain. Lex Luthor looking
Wait,
ass.
Shiloh,
Do you think Trump had to spread eagle?
No.
Squat and cough?
Okay.
You have to do it if you get arrested.
damn it.
But they didn't do the normal booking procedure. They were talking about it on the radio. Because a normal booking, he would have had to sit there for hours.
Yeah.
He would have been put in a jumpsuit while waiting.
No.
That's what they said on the radio.
You don't
For
get-
Fulton County. For Fulton
Okay.
County, Georgia, that would have
Wait,
been the normal
Geor-
procedure.
Georgia. He's
You know what I'm
getting
saying?
charged out of Georgia?
Yeah.
For what?
Rico.
For Rico, for when he
being a
called.
mob boss.
Rico?
That's where they're all getting charged.
Who is
Rico
Rico
Trump.
and what has he done to Trump?
Rico, it's like what Giuliani used to
Hey,
process
hey,
a lot of people.
I know what a fucking Rico
and now
charge
he's
is,
getting hit with
alright?
it.
Why out of Georgia?
Because he
that's
tried to
where the crime happened.
steal the election in Georgia.
Man.
It's because he
He's
tried
going
to
down,
pressure.
dude. He's
yeah.
fucked.
Free my boy. Free my boy Trump.
He's straight.
Nah, dude, he'll still make presidency.
Well, the
Yeah.
thing is, he can't exonerate himself from the state charged Rico in Georgia if he becomes president anyway, because it's a state charge, not federal. So he's fucked.
Dude, regardless, there's gonna be a Democrat elected this next presidency.
It always,
no matter what.
No.
Yeah.
No, it always goes back and forth. It always goes Republican, Democrat, Republican. Look at it. Bill Clinton.
No, you're absolutely
George
right.
Bush,
Yeah,
Obama, Donald Trump,
that.
Joe Biden,
Reagan,
Republican.
Reagan to.
It's always back and forth, and
Nixon.
there's always an overcorrection. Whenever we try to fix the past, we overcorrect to the opposite side extreme, and then we try to overcorrect to the opposite.
And the same
side
shit
extreme.
happens.
And we go back and forth, and people age out from 20 to 40 to 60, and they die, and they don't teach their kids the history correctly. And then when we grow up, we go, oh my God, this is the first time this is happening. And it's like, no, this has been happening since Greece and Socrates.
Let's go, Tulsi Gabbard. Right.
Man,
And nothing's changed. Everything's the same. And
I think, dude, I truly
we love it.
I truly believe that there's no difference between the Democrats or the Republicans, other than
Racism.
either one of them.
No, continue.
Either one of them want to divide people enough that they can control people.
The Democrats.
The end. That was the thing. They both want to control people. And the only way to control
I think they're on the same
this
team though.
is
I'd make
by
I think they're on the same team.
politician.
I don't think.
Should I become a politician?
No,
You should.
100%
Dude, I should become a fucking Would you guys vote for me?
No.
Fuck.
No, but you're right. It's just greed. It's just greed. America.
I don't think it's greed though. I think it's.
What
I think
else
it's
could it
more
possibly
than
be?
that. I think
No,
it's more
I
than
want
that.
the power.
I think it's a more
Power is
coordinated
greed.
I want
effort
power.
than it
Power
is.
is
That's what I was
greed.
saying.
So
So
what
my
are you
evil
saying?
white people genes. Sometimes
I
I'm
feel
sitting
like
there thinking,
Power
I want
or power is
We
more
know.
than greed.
Not just
in a
money.
It's
sense.
I want-
obvious.
Like greed.
Is it?
Greed.
Yes.
has to do with
Very
what's
obvious.
fuck. I'm kind of a good person, though,
number
right?
Kinda.
Kinda.
I mean,
Try.
in person, two people,
Hold your
yeah,
thought.
you're a good person.
I feel like
But,
if
but
anyone.
what you say, no, a good person does not say the things you say.
I feel like if
my
anyone.
actions, not my words.
I feel like if any one of us four were elected president, we would do a better job than the last 20
I don't think
presidents.
the president has as much power as people think.
But they don't. They're
Yeah, I agree with that.
they are the Hollywood version
if you did, if any one of us four became president, we'd do better than the last
See,
20
I would have to-
presidents.
I
would have
want
to have
I
all
want
you
to say I
shot.
agree,
You've
but
heard
the
because the
things that-
last 20 presidents have been fucking completely controlled by somebody else.
right, but the things
It's
it
not
takes-
somebody else. It's greed.
Yeah, no.
It's just money.
100%.
They take money in order to become
It's
president
plans.
in the United States. It costs millions of dollars.
It's who my brother,
It costs
my Muslim
millions
brothers
of
call
dollars.
But this
the
is a
shayateen.
universal truth. What it takes to become the top of any corporation or the leader of a free country or any country is it takes you.
Put it this way:
It takes
power.
no,
Power
don't-
attracts the worst, and it corrupts the best.
exactly.
No
So
one
if you
gives a
want-
shit
if you
about
want
how we
power,
feel about
you know,
politics. Let's be honest.
People, no, but what it takes to become a politician is it takes you caring about
Hey,
power
hey.
and money more than
Is there like
dude,
a
fellow
politician
citizen.
class in college? Or is
No,
it just
dude.
like-
Yes,
Well,
yes, it's called
lawyers?
political economics.
Political science.
Let's bring it back to Bill Clinton, dog. He became the president, dude, and his fucking favorite thing to do
Play
was
the
get
sax.
his dick sucked in office, bro.
He played
And
the
let's
saxophone.
act
Were you-
like
yeah, were you
let's
looking at
act
Bill
like
Clinton playing the
anybody else would
saxophone
do
on
something different, bro. If
Arsenio
any
Hall?
of us had
Exactly
the power
my
of the
point.
entire country, imagine just sitting there and just being like all bored all one
Dude,
day, and
he
you're
stuck
just like,
a cigar up her pussy and then smoked it.
bro. Imagine refusing to do that. You know,
Imagine-
you're sitting in the Oval Office and you're just like fucking bored as fuck. You're like, I have the world at my fingertips.
Imagine if you
Get
had
your fat
ultimate
ass
power
in.
and money and no
Checks.
no checks or balances. No one telling you what you can and can't do. Everyone kissing your ass and saying, "You're the man. You can do whatever." And you can do whatever. And no one will say anything. You would coup the government and say, "I'm gonna stay in office." And then you would get a mugshot.
Right?
And
All right, let's get back to
No one
having
gives a
some
fuck.
fun here. Hey, let's go back to Bill Clinton getting his asshole ate in the Oval Office.
That's the
for
same
real, will you
thing,
look
but
up,
whatever.
Will you look up Bill
Same
Clinton
thing.
playing the saxophone on Arsenio Hall?
The assophone, dude.
Fuck Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, who
she
the
kinda
fuck
looks like
is
a
that?
dude.
I think
What is
she's
she,
pretty.
Alaskan?
I think she's pretty.
Dude, I'd bang out Sarah Palin.
What
She's
am I looking up?
Alaskan, isn't she?
Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Maybe
Oh, yeah,
2000,
she's
maybe 2008 Sarah Palin. You know,
Nah.
2023 Sarah Palin. Dude, she looks like Dianne Feinstein.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, really?
I like her name.
Oh,
Dude, it's the fucking epitome of our fucking government right now.
Deanne
dude.
Feinstein?
Yeah, she's
the senator
being
from-
wheeled around in a wheelchair. She can't speak. She can't even fucking move.
Yeah.
But she's a senator, right?
Yeah,
She's a
91 years
senator,
old.
bro.
Her and fucking, who's Pennsylvania senator?
Oh, the fucking dude.
Fetterman.
Fetterman, dude. God,
fucking love Fetterman,
bro.
The only
It's-
reason Fetterman
I
was
will
able to
say-
win is because he was up
Ran
against
by a
Dr.
bunch of
Oz.
Goddamn retard.
Hey, fans, I know it's hard
We
not
don't
to
have
get word.
fans.
Yeah, we do. Shut the
No,
fuck up,
we
Andy.
don't.
I'm a fan. I have friends that are fans. Eat my fucking cooch.
All right,
Hey,
let's continue.
don't belittle our fans, bro.
For real. If you poo-poo yourself, no one's going to take sympathy on you.
Hey, fans, I know it's easy to get down on yourself about the state of the country. We will find our way out of this. All
Oh,
right?
yeah.
We
I
will.
think the state of the
Find
country.
Politically,
way out of it.
easily. Politically, we'll always find a way out. Climate-wise, I'm just kidding. You guys do not care. But we are fucked. So,
Yeah.
write that down in your diary tonight.
That is being said.
But politically, yeah. Politically, we'll always figure it out because ultimately, like, it just works out that way. Think about, like, the biggest challenge of the last, whatever, 100 years was, like, Hitler, right? That's the big famous one, right? We overcame it. You know what I'm saying? America is the new, version of that, but ultimately, we'll power through that as well. It's just about if we're going to be able to keep feeding ourselves. As long as we can feed ourselves, we will always work out the political differences.
We would be able to feed ourselves if it wasn't for the political shit. It's not the fucking climate.
Well,
dog. It's
you can say-
has
well,
nothing to do with
wild.
the
That's
fucking
wild.
Well,
climate.
but let me put
bro.
it this way.
That's wild.
Like, you're correct in a sense because, yes, the reason we can't feed everybody is because of businesses, right? Because of multinational...
We just keep
Who can't we
following
feed?
the
Who can't
same
we
fucking
feed?
bullshit, bro.
What do you
Who
mean?
can't we feed?
No, here's.
Are you... people
I
are starving
genuinely
all the
think
time.
Who?
politically.
Even in the United
For
States.
political reasons, bro.
Yeah, for political reasons, but, like, for greed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The political reason is
Greed
that the
is
company
political.
wants to make more money, so they fuck everybody over. So it's like, yes, it's political, but it's
are we not
mostly just
asking for
business, you know? In what way?
I just don't get what your point is. I don't get what you're trying to say here.
You're trying to say
Oh,
we're doomed because
Not
climate
doomed,
is
but
fucked?
yeah. So because, but ultimately, I'm not saying like humanity. I'm saying like just the current arrangement, right? So we're gonna go through a tightening. We're gonna go through a squeeze that is gonna force us to grow. Because just like in our personal lives,
I think we're starting that already.
absolutely. But in our personal lives, in order to make a big change, sometimes it takes a big catalyst, right? So say someone who likes drinking and driving, they don't stop until they get into an accident and maybe kill somebody or whatever, right? And then they turn it around. So as a society, we need to make big changes in how we're living in order to live more sustainably. You can say like, not even like climate change, but like think about pollution and how we're cutting down all the forests, all of that, right? That clearly fucks with all the animals, which fucks with everything, right? So
we do a pretty good job of maintaining those numbers, though. Like it's
No, we do not.
It's
70
counterintuitive, but
Look
what's
up-
the
look-
best way to incentivize us to have more trees? Buying more lumber. We have more trees now than we've ever had before.
objectively, not true.
Objectively, a fact. They're smaller than most trees. They're still growing, but we have more than ever.
I don't think that's true. I'd love to pull it up. You can fact check me, pull it up and say, do we have more trees now than we did in 1750?
Hey, Damon.
Well, let's read it up. 750 billion in the 1920s. Well, so that's 1920s, but point is,
Than 100 years ago.
look at that. But if you look at so on top of that, what you have to consider though is where they are, right? So you cut down old growth forests, you lose a lot of biodiversity.
Wait,
and then
how much
if you
more?
dig
Hold
into
on.
this-
It says in the
750
1920s there were an estimated 750 billion, and now there's
go back before that.
There's 3.04 trillion now.
And
yes,
granted, they're a
but
lot
do
smaller.
1750.
Holy fucking
A lot of those-
shit!
McCoy,
Do
a lot of
1750.
Were you just talking about cutting down trees though?
Do 1750, not
bananas.
19.
Because if you
1920, we'd already cut down most
But
of them,
Damon, if
and
you
we
want-
started
If you
replanting.
want to incentivize us to plant more trees, buy more lumber.
That's not true.
That's
like
literally so true.
fair point. Fair point.
Wait, are we
I
still
will
talking
give
about
you-
trees, dude?
Yeah.
Well,
I will
fucking-
give you.
there's a larger
let
point
me-
behind
let-
the
yeah,
trees.
yeah,
And the
yeah,
larger point
yeah.
is I'm fucking right.
That is the larger point.
I'm
That is
just
the.
kidding.
Andy had one over on me, but let me put it to
I
you
don't
this
get
way:
many.
the value of those trees to like the ecosystem is less. It's like if you think about.
That's not
Why?
true, because if you cut down...
No, it's objectively
if you cut
true,
down
but
300-year-old oak trees,
Mhm.
now all the saplings beneath it that never got light get way more nourishment.
it's not just about
So
the
yeah, you're
saplings.
changing
It's
the
about all
biodiversity.
of the other creatures in that forest. It's not just about the trees. It's about the foxes that live there, all the bugs.
Damon,
all of that
I'm
stuff,
sick of
you
your
know?
liberal
But you're
bullshit,
acting like we're
dog.
cutting down
It's
the
not
entire
really
forest.
liberal.
Nah,
arguably,
this shit is
It's
unbelievably
the
Okay,
Lorax.
hold on,
He's
hold
the
on,
fucking
no, no, no.
Lorax.
Do
There's
you
a movie
speak for
about
the
it.
trees,
Hold on.
but you fucking think that there are less trees now
But,
than
no,
there
you're,
were
you're,
100
you're
years
thinking
ago?
about it like we don't take
He said
conservation.
1700, not 100
Like
years
we don't
ago.
have conservationists. The same way we can keep our deer numbers and our fish numbers and all these animal numbers in
No,
check.
he just wishes
and
more
healthily
people
hunt them.
cared.
Yeah,
Oh.
pretty much.
I
It's
think
like-
there's
That's
more
it.
people care now
Look
than
at-
have ever cared, dog.
Which is true, but it's at the headwind of people like you saying who gives a fuck about the trees and the deer. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I'm saying we're doing this shit better already than, and then people
But the only
people like
reason-
you who are saying we got to do more are doing the wrong fucking things and
False.
are fucking it up worse.
False.
So, David,
False.
you realize-
if nobody would have ever said we need to do more, like I am being annoying right now about it, we would have just kept on the path, and they would have just died.
You know how all these
Somebody has to be annoying as fuck.
You know
and
how all
say,
these
hey,
And you know what the
Wildfires are
annoying
going
as fuck
crazy?
people say? They say you can't cut down any of these trees. And so the California government said, okay. And then what happens when a poisonous beetle can just go, ding, ding. And there's so many fucking trees. So densely populated. These infectious beetles, bump, 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 bump. All goes up in flames. So
We
it's-
used to-
it's
also a problem. Also a problem.
we
a
used
much
to
bigger
we
problem,
used to
I'd
go
argue,
into
and much worse for the environment. And I will
This is
give
boring.
The government,
This
I
is
will
boring
give the
as
government
fuck.
some credit.
I gotta go
This is the
pee.
best goddamn conversation we've ever had.
He thinks so too.
I will say when it comes to the forest, dude, the fucking liberals, dude, they stopped people from pulling out all the dead growth like
Yeah.
60 years ago
Yeah.
because
All
that
this duff.
they quit pulling all that shit out. There's like you need to be more environmentally conscious. And now we have wildfires going crazy because there's all this dead shit that nobody cleared out.
What the fuck?
And it's wiping out so much. So fucking much shit.
I thought that was my dad.
No, I no.
Me
and
too.
yeah. No, I fully agree. I'm not. But you're just equating what I'm saying to like the liberal values of the last 60 years.
No, I'm more so saying
I'm purely
more
just
so
talking
saying
about let's just be nicer to the earth. Not
I
pollute the fuck out of
100%
it.
agree, dog.
And that's all I'm saying.
Fucking couldn't agree more, dude.
I just wish we
actually
could
look
stop
at it from a
polluting,
Christian point of view,
you know?
like, the same way I should respect my body, I need to respect the gift of this earth.
Yeah, and that's
100%.
what I find the most sad is that for some reason being like anti-pollution has become woke.
Right, like objectively,
like,
objectively,
who wants-
plastic in the ocean is a terrible.
It's horrible. Who
It's
wants to
fair.
have
Disgusting.
but also,
microplastics
if you give
and
me
poison
a paper
in their
fucking
food?
straw,
Nobody likes that
Fuck
either.
you.
It's performative.
fuck
It's
that one
it's
turtle who got a
performative.
fucking
Well, the
straw
shit
in his
is, the
nose.
shit is, we, the consumers, are not the people who are fucking up the planet. It's the people
Right.
who are producing all of this crazy shit and all of these fucking
It's true.
multi-billion-dollar companies who are not being checked in any way because they're
Correct.
the ones who are controlling the politicians.
Correct. And on top of that,
So you're
though,
telling me to get an electric car, but
No.
an electric car fucks up the environment more
Yeah.
than a gas-powered car does right now.
absolutely, absolutely.
It's like fucking.
and that's why
what
it's-
am I supposed to do?
No, it's all bullshit. But the end conclusion of that, which I fully fundamentally agree with, is that in order to change it, then we have to give up the goodies.
why
what it
do
comes
we
down
have to give up the goodies though?
Well, because we blame the corporations,
Wait,
right?
what goodies?
Well, no,
No,
everything that the companies are making, right? Like he
Yes.
said, all the huge companies that are fucking it
It's
up.
almost like
This
we
might-
go back to an
they're
old-fashioned
only-
way of living with
yes,
small communities
yes,
on
right.
the farm.
Yeah, we're
They're
getting
only
pushed into
fucking it
these
up.
15-minute cities, which is going to
15-minute
fuck up
goddamn
everything
cities.
else way more than
Absolutely.
what we're doing
but
right now.
even right now on Earth, right? So we're already there. You can shuffle the words around, and it's like just as bad. Ultimately, we just have to.
It would
Cut
take
back.
it
It's
would
just
take
cutting back.
it would take us four saying I don't want a podcast. I'd
Yep.
rather farm and get my own agriculture and hunt. And
which
get
I
my
would
own
rather
food.
do.
I'd have a trade-based
Yeah.
monetary system.
I would not
Well,
rather
that
do that.
doesn't really work, but
In
I would.
small communes, it does. Listen, I'm
would.
small
Fuck this
scale,
shit.
I'm a
I'm
communist
way
all
over
day.
this, dog.
I want my boys.
I feel
and
like
my
I feel like
family
this whole world has played
within
itself
10
out
miles.
already.
no,
We're
see,
already at the max.
absolutely. He's about to spit the truest facts. Keep.
If me and all my friends and my family and everyone I cared about lived within 10, 15, 20 miles of each other,
Mm-hmm.
I genuinely think we could all live, pay our taxes, and live a fulfilling, meaningful life.
Absolutely.
What
Absolutely.
more would
See,
we fucking
and
need?
the only reason that doesn't work is because of how many people there are.
No, that's not fucking. What are you talking about?
Yes.
For
Go down
for
to
sure.
Dugway.
I feel like
How
we
many
could have
people
more
are in
people.
Dugway.
For sure.
How many people?
It's not
So
about.
how would people
it's
in
not
Salt
about.
Lake
it's
affect
not-
me in
We
Dugway?
but we could move
It's
to a
not
small
about
city.
Dugway,
We could
dude.
move to a small town. We could move to Fairview, Utah.
Yeah, but
and do exactly what he's saying.
and then
but we love living in the
and then you
city
become
and
that-
all the accoutrements that come with
And
it.
then I start
because
my
there are
compound and I
people.
start draining
Because there
militias.
are people in the city. There's no city. There's no reason.
Mental
to move to
stimulation. That's all it is.
No, absolutely, and that's the see, and like we'll cut off all the boring shit, but just this is my final thought on it. Absolutely, it is ultimately the human nature. We're pack animals. We want to hang out with other people, right? So we just keep building. We keep building. We keep building. It is what it is. I doubt human nature can change very much. Maybe after a couple more cycles, like how the Bronze Age, the Romans, the Middle Ages, and then us.
Are we in the
all
plastic
of these,
age?
We're in the glass.
We're in the
age.
plastic age, the Anthropocene, as it's being dubbed, and so it's like for sure. So I think there's
Notice I
still,
just
I think there's
slid
still
that
a
in
cycles.
there.
Yeah, no, it is the plastic age, and I think there's just a couple more cycles before we really get to the like golden age of humanity.
You know
So
what I
maybe a couple
realized?
thousand years, and
I
that's
doubt
how
it.
I feel.
I think
You guys know what I realized today? I was driving down the road. I was down in Provo. First of all, Provo, I would put probably against anywhere in the world some of the most beautiful women while also maintaining a very high toad population, we'll call them. You know what I mean? Like the
I understand
closest
what you're saying.
density of the most beautiful women and then just toads.
No, yeah, Utah, like the Wasatch Front, we're kind of known for that. I feel like we have the ladies, and I feel like, honestly, I feel like a factor of it is because we send out so many missionaries. These guys go out into the world, they find the best looking girl in the village, and then they bring her back, dude.
It's like the
You know what I
Vikings.
mean?
They
That's why-
speak her language.
That's why
right
Vikings
to
are
her.
so
they're like-
hot, dude. Because Vikings
Yeah.
went around the entire world pillaging and raping women, and now Swedes are all just fucking tens. It's ridiculous.
They all went and found hot wives.
And then you go look at you try and find a hot bitch in Ireland. It's like Jesus Christ.
Come on, come on.
Have you heard of braces?
Yeah, well,
All you eat is potato.
Salt Lake's just gonna keep getting more and more populated.
Oh, for sure.
So-
And I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
like
out of
that.
here, dog.
And polluted.
Yeah.
I'm out of here.
With California falling off the face of the earth and soon enough
Yeah,
to be
dude.
Florida and then the East Coast, it's like
Yeah.
everyone's going to be moving inward.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
Californians
And
are
Salt Lake-
not going to Nevada. That's
Salt
for
Lake
sure.
will
Nobody
be.
Utah sucks. Don't move here.
Oh, what I was saying today, I realized
This
that
is not the place.
I realized today there's white people and then there's white people, dude. Just I was down in Provo, just kind of driving. I was high as fuck at work today, Jesus Christ. And I was just kind of driving around for a bit before I got to the job site. And just the guy, like, you can almost imagine the archetypal Mormon white man with the slacks up to his fucking nipples and the horseshoe balding hair.
And the
Making-
5-gallon Mountain Dew.
And making like a pretty fucking decent living and having a pretty fucking hot wife and then just 10 kids. And I just saw it over and over and I was just like, these people aren't white. These people are white.
They're something else down there.
What does that mean?
I'm glad I let him cook on
There's
that
white
one.
people and then there's white people. You know how like Jews is a race and a religion? I feel like Mormons down there are getting close to that. Like
Well, that's
I
Utah.
almost feel
That's what Utah is, bro. Because
Just-
Utah, there are Mormons, and then even in Mormon culture, they talk about there's Mormons, and then there's Utah Mormons.
There's whites and then there's whites.
Yeah.
And then there's Andy. And Andy's moving to the compound. All right, he's one of the 15. All right.
He already got his robes on back order.
Oh yeah, dude. He's going up to Coeur d'Alene. All right.
Well,
I
that's my problem with like there being a modern day metropolis society and then people breaking off into their compound societies, because history will show over and over and over you will move out to a society with your friends, your family, your close ones, your loved ones. And human nature will bring one person or a few people to go, no, I'm smart enough to control these people. I'm the braggadocious guy who needs to run the world, and you're gonna listen to me, and that's how you start cults. And there's history of over and over and over people doing that same thing, hoping for a better life than what we have now, and over and over and over, it creates a cult.
The New World Order.
Bum, bum, bum.
So what's better, is in my opinion. I like
a worldwide cult or multiple cults?
So what I want to know.
No.
Well, if we're all in one cult, that's kind of the end. That's kind of the game, isn't it?
You'll
yeah,
never
that is
have
the
that.
game.
You'll never have
Well,
that.
no, that's the game.
You'll
though.
But
never
that's the opposite of freedom at that point. isn't it?
100%.
Oh, but I guess it depends on how
Okay,
you
so let
define
me ask
cult.
this. Let me ask this.
You know?
Well, religion.
I'm just saying belief system. If the whole world's under one belief system, even if it fucking sucks, ultimately, we kind of won at that point.
Yeah.
Within no
Whatever
one's
it
themselves.
is.
No one's really can be themselves.
I could not disagree
No
more.
one is themselves.
Well, you
That's a
can-
big
right
L.
now.
You
That's
can
a
compare it
huge
to
No one is themselves.
animals in a zoo.
right now, dude.
They're
You know what I'm saying?
sacrificing
Pretty
their freedom.
fucking Andy.
Yeah, you're pretty Andy, but if you would have been raised in Cambodia, you'd be pretty something else.
Maybe.
You know what I mean?
Here's what I want to know. Okay, here's what I want to know.
It is what it is, you know?
When did suburbia start? And is that
The
an
50s.
American...
Yes.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, the suburbs were
Are there
invented post World War
Russian-
II.
Are there Russian suburbs?
There are, but they were exported from America. So
Dude,
let me tell you right now,
Hold on, no,
suburbia.
this is
Hold
fascinating.
on.
I
This
won't
is
answer.
Fascinating.
Me, hey. I don't stay in the projects anymore. I'm not a project baby anymore. I'm a suburbs kid. I'm a suburban. I'm a suburban dude.
I'm a
So, yeah.
suburban dude.
Exactly. No,
Show us your t-shirt, you fucking fruitcake.
yeah. So the modern concept of suburbia, especially American suburbanism, was invented in post World War II America in order for white people to escape minorities that were living in the cities, and that's objectively true. You look at redlining; it's like very well documented. If you look at even just the ads were like, "Move out to the suburbs to get away from all them."
Honestly, life back then was probably pretty fucking awesome in the suburbs. Like the Sandlot.
Well, okay,
I have a very romanticized Sandlot-esque.
Let me say,
They filmed that in
gets on-
Utah.
All your boys hop on their bikes and go, get up to.
if you
trouble
were
and
in
shit.
if you were in the racial group being targeted by the suburbs, white Americans, white straight white bread Americans, then yeah, it was pretty great, but it fucked everybody else. But that's beside the point.
You're just breathing
answer your
guilt
question-
into the microphone right now.
It's not about guilt because I
Well,
didn't
no,
do it. I have
100%.
zero guilt. I just acknowledge history.
It's
It's like when you were just talking about Vietnam, everything. I just choose to acknowledge the truth of it, and
Acknowledge
great.
the truth.
The fact that we're four guys in a basement
just-
doing a podcast is pretty funny.
exactly. It's
I
like
love it.
We
I'm-
are four.
I love you
white
guys. I'm having
from
so much
Utah.
fun right
Give
now.
it up,
It's
baby.
unreal. Come on, yeah, throw the fives around. Throw the fives around, dude. Fucking bam, dude.
We're idiots, dude.
Well, three of
Yeah,
us are.
that's why last week.
We're enlightened, dog.
No.
Maybe this is the final form of humanity, dude.
Yeah.
Four dudes talking in a
Oh,
basement about
speaking
like,
of-
the
so-
world.
Just because you inspired me there. Have you ever heard of Maharayanan Buddhism, right?
All right, I'm going.
He's going back to his compound.
Yeah, but basically, like what you were just saying there, just reminded me because there's like a certain vow that they take. It's I have it written down somewhere, but like basically, it's a vow where it's like, I will continue to reincarnate until I have helped everybody else escape the samsara, the cycle of
death.
I'm pledging to continue to reincarnate until everybody escapes the wheel.
Wow.
It's so sick. It's
what
the
a
most
noble
beautiful
cause,
thing.
dude.
It's the most beautiful thing. And the Buddhists that like ascribe to that mentality, they kind of like invite Jesus into that, where they're like,
of course.
you know, the same thing. They're like, that's what he was doing. Not that it was inspired by him, but they're like, we recognize that he was very much on that same vibe of like,
isn't it
I
weird?
will sacrifice myself so we can all get in together.
Isn't it weird, dude? There's all these fucking religions, and all of them, for some reason, at least anyone who know of Jesus will look back at Jesus and be like, respect to him, but like I'm doing this shit, but fucking
because they all
acknowledge
believe
the fucking power,
the divinity of life and the higher nature that is present, and they recognize that Jesus was an embodiment of that, or at least the story of him is.
right.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
It's
that's
wild,
that's the only person
Nope.
that
That's what I
other
was about to
religions
say.
Yeah.
bounce back to.
That's not true, because that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say we perceive it that way because of our Western lens, our Christian lens.
Sure.
Those religions that recognize Jesus also recognize a lot of the other guys. So it's like...
No.
What other
Buddha,
guys,
That's
though,
true.
right?
As far as like Hinduism, yep.
Oh yeah, but don't
Buddhism-
act like there's not Eastern Christianity, because those are some of the strongest orthodoxies in Christianity.
Oh, we were talking about outside of Christianity specifically.
My
Because if you
bad.
already believe in Jesus, then you already believe in Jesus.
Well, it's like
You know what I mean?
it's like Christianity was in Africa before it was in Europe.
Sure.
A lot of people don't realize that.
What does that have to do with anything?
I came in halfway through the conversation. I'm sorry. I tried to be.
No, you're good. You're totally fine. I mean, for it having originated in Israel, right, in Jerusalem,
Africa.
which it's like technically the Middle East, but sure, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just as easy for it, to get down to Africa as it to get up to Turkey. You know what I'm saying? For sure. But it was the Romans who killed him, for sure. So I can see how, like, them...
Jesus, dog, put some respect on his name, son.
No, it's the Americanization of
I'm
religion.
not so sure the Romans really
It's just
wanted
the most
to kill him.
Christianity
It's funny you
isn't
think
the
that.
most true. It's just the most
So you
popular.
think that
The Romans blamed the Jews because
It's most
they were
popular for a
against
reason,
the Jews.
right?
right? But the
So, of course,
I keep
they
wanting to
blamed
call
Maybe
him
not
Pope,
the reasons
Pope.
that
Pontius Pilate?
you or I think.
Pon-
It is the most popular
Pontius.
for reasons,
Pontius.
but it might be for the wrong
gave
reasons.
multiple-
What are they saying? I don't think Christianity is the biggest religion on the planet.
It
I'm
is.
pretty
It
sure
is.
Islam is.
No.
No,
Islam might
Christianity
be becoming
blows
the most.
Islam
It
is
might
the
be
most
very
outward.
close.
growing religion. Christianity is the biggest religion right now.
Yeah,
Yeah, pull up the stats. But yeah,
or at least it was when I was in elementary school. It's the most popular globally. America is the most popular globally, but it's the same as America in my opinion. It's fucking corrupt and it's misconstrued. It doesn't mean it's the most true. It's the most popular because Islam and Buddhism all teach truths that lead to the same happiness, gratitude, positivity towards other people and giving as Christianity, but more people believe in Christianity and Jesus is the one, and it cuts you off to saying, oh, maybe those religions aren't better, aren't worse, are equal. They are eye to eye. They are the
But
same.
you realize that
You're talking about dogma more
True.
than anything.
true.
Well,
You're talking about dogma because you could be a Hindu or you could be a Islam. And let's talk about Islam, bro. The people who fucking blow themselves up and kill hundreds of other people
Easy.
routinely.
That's the same
It's-
extreme as a KKK person.
Yeah, as a white nationalist.
As a white
Sure,
nationalist. It's the
but
same thing.
But when it comes down to it, it's just each religion is a tool. You can either use a hammer to build a house, or you can fucking smack somebody in the head with it and kill them immediately.
100%. And here's my opinion on it. If people are using it to smack somebody on the head and kill somebody with it, and it's the biggest, then it's the worst.
Are Christians doing that?
Yes.
Who are they smacking on the
Oh,
head?
probably more people have been killed in the name of Christianity than almost any other one. Think about the
Are you talking about
Crusades.
the Crusades?
Yeah, did
Easy.
Were the Crusades not justified?
I'm not going to interrupt. Please explain. Justify the Crusades.
Dude, the Crusades started after the
You gotta
Christian
keep in mind
place.
what Islam was up to at this point.
Christianity.
I'm not trying to. I'm saying all of them.
Yeah.
When you commit to one and say others aren't, then it's bad.
Correct.
That's what. Okay, so this.
That's
because-
dogma. And
Dogma,
most religions as well, they don't preach kill somebody else because
Okay,
they
so
don't believe in
Let
this.
me explain something.
Most religions do not say that, and I think,
course.
and that's the problem of extremists. People taking it too far. It's the idea of the tool. I have a hammer. I'm building a house, but that guy's building a house a little too close. I'm gonna go fucking kill him with this
So,
hammer.
I don't think it's just one variable. I think that is one aspect of it, but it's also the power and greed part. It's
But it's a
it's some-
tool. It's just a tool for you
Exactly.
to exert power and greed onto.
exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean,
And
I don't think religions are bad in any sense, but
No,
I
they
think
can
power
be.
and greed, the great sins, are the things that creep into, and they can use any of these
The same
pieces of this
reasons-
world
The same reason
to
Exactly.
exert their will. And so-
religion gets disgusting is the same reason science can get disgusting, because man
Perfect.
is corruptible. And
Exactly.
anytime you have a hierarchy of man, things are always going to be corrupted.
And science right
Whoa.
now is becoming the most popular religion.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
and in the modern times,
Get your vaccine,
No,
people.
continue.
Get your
It's-
vaccine.
it's
dog.
literally the modern day Catholic Church right now. What they're
Anything
doing.
they say
It's
in the white
because-
lab coat, oh my God, he's wearing the white
Because-
lab coat. He must be
yeah.
right.
Yeah, because religion was the first philosophy.
Yeah.
Right? Religion was the origin of philosophy, and philosophy was the origin of science.
Let me explain one thing. Real
So,
quick.
of course, they supersede each other as time goes by.
And so what I said at the beginning with it's the same as the Greek times, literally nothing has changed. And
Yeah.
we think
True.
that we're in the we're in the new age. We have fucking microphones and technology and everything. But it's no. People are still starving. People are still homeless. People are still suffering. And like last time, we're
That's
the fuck
never going anywhere.
it's not, but we have to acknowledge that we're kings and we can give back. You know what I'm saying?
And on that note, thank you for coming. Fucking Burn Your House Down
Damn it.
podcast.
God damn it.
Andy's mad again. Dog.
tilted.
What do we do about it? We keep it going.
To be a
Keep it
true
going.
Muslim, you have to accept the Bible as holy. Muhammad said Jesus Christ is a prophet
Yeah.
and the true Son of God.
Yeah.
I made this.
Buddha said Jesus knows the way. He is a Buddha unto himself.
Yeah.
What did Jesus say?
I am the
None
only way.
come to God but through me.